Have you ever bought a fresh loaf of bread that's soft, fluffy, and smells amazing? Then a day later, you put it in the refrigerator to keep it fresh. A few days later, you make yourself a sandwich. But instead of being soft, the bread feels dry, crumbly, and almost stale. You probably thought, wait, wasn't the refrigerator supposed to keep food fresh? Surprisingly, the refrigerator is actually one of the worst places to store bread. But why? Imagine bread is like a soft sponge filled with thousands of tiny pockets, holding just the right amount of moisture. When it's fresh out of the oven, the inside is light, fluffy, and soft. Now here's the surprising part. Most people think cold keeps everything fresher, and that's true for many foods. But bread is different. Inside every slice of bread is something called starch. When bread is baked, the heat transforms the starch into a soft structure. But the moment you place bread in the refrigerator, it's almost like the starch whispers, "Time to go back to the way we were." Scientists call this process starch retrogradation. That's a complicated way of saying the starch slowly reorganizes itself into a harder structure. Think of it like this. Imagine you have your favorite fluffy pillow. It's soft because all the stuffing is spread out evenly. Now imagine someone squeezes that pillow really tight and leaves it that way. When you pick it up again, it feels stiff and lumpy. That's almost exactly what's happening inside refrigerated bread. As the starch hardens, the bread loses its soft texture. It becomes dry and crumbly, and it tastes stale, even though it hasn't actually gone bad. Here's a fun experiment you can try at home. Buy a fresh loaf of bread, leave half of it sealed at room temperature, and put the other half in the refrigerator. After just 2 or 3 days, compare them. You'll probably notice the refrigerated bread feels noticeably drier and tougher. So where should you keep bread? If you'll eat it within 1 to 3 days, keep it at room temperature inside a sealed bag or bread box. If you want it to last longer, don't refrigerate it, freeze it instead. Freezing almost completely pauses the staling process, so when you thaw or toast it later, it stays much closer to fresh. And here's another cool fact. If your bread has already gone stale, don't throw it away just yet. Pop it into the toaster. The heat temporarily softens the starch again, making the bread feel surprisingly fresh, even if it's only for a little while. So the next time someone says, "I'm putting the bread in the fridge so it stays fresh," you can tell them they're actually doing the opposite. Bread goes stale faster in the refrigerator because the cold makes the starch inside harden much more quickly, turning soft bread into dry, stiff bread.